I don't know if you can hear that, but it's definitely like Spanish music playing. It's coming from somewhere, I don't even know. We didn't even get the video started yet and Spirit is already speaking. Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we are definitely going to be talking about connection with Spirit, divine connection, and what that looks like. I'm going to not only help you explain in my perspective what connection means to me, but also how I connect myself, whether that's connecting with my ancestors, connecting with my higher self, my spirit, connecting with my purpose, connecting with spirituality. What does this all look like? So we're going to get into all of that, and before anything, we're going to just do a quick little cleanse. So if you are open to receiving, I would love to cleanse our energy, I would love to cleanse our spirit, and I would like to do a little bit of a prayer, okay? And I know this is different, but something, I don't know, Spirit had called me to do this prayer today, okay? So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So with divine love and light, I ask Spirit to cleanse us of any negative energies or entities that have been sent by thought, word, or action, consciously or subconsciously. I ask that today we receive all of the messages in our highest good. We take what resonates and we leave what doesn't. I ask Spirit to give us the wisdom in order to continue moving forward, the strength to continue moving forward. I ask Spirit to open up our creativity, so when we are tapping in and we are connecting, we are doing it in the most fun and artsy type of way that we can possibly connect, reminding ourselves that things don't always have to be serious. Things don't always have to look like what other people are doing and what their journey is emulating. With that being said, and I thank Spirit in advance for being with us, for cleansing our spirit, for opening up our creativity, our wisdom, our strength, all of the love that we have in our hearts. I thank you, Spirit, overall for allowing this energy to sit with me, allowing this energy to come across my video. And I hope that I continue creating this safe space for you. I absolutely love you, and we are both on this spiritual journey together. So come along with me while we talk about the little tips and tricks that I figured out on how I can connect, whether it's with nature, God, source, universe, or my spiritual practices, but in the most lighthearted, simplest ways. Amen. Okay. So now that we have the prayer out of the way, let's get right into this video. So let's talk about divine connection and what that is, how to connect, how to do it. Like, I know everybody's on their journey and a lot of us are busy with work, with life. Life gets in the way, and this is coming from somebody who does this full time. Even with this being my job, life gets in the way. Sometimes it takes me a lot longer to connect with my altar space or even to meditate because of the fact that I just have so much on my mind. I have so much going on, and it really does disrupt me. And I feel like, not that I'm not enough, but sometimes it does leave me feeling like I'm not doing my best. So if you are also resonating with that energy, then sit with me. Hopefully you have a glass of water or something, just so that way you and I can just sit here, have this chit chat, and just vibe out. We are thinking about divine connection. I want you to think about your routines. Okay, we're gonna shut the world out. It's you and me right now. So put your headphones on, do what you gotta do, because I feel like Spirit really wants to get this message to you. Think about your routines. What does your routines look like? Okay, I gotta wake up at this time, I have to be at work at this time, I have to go home, cook dinner at this time, I have to get the kids ready at this time. Look at your schedule, look at your routines. And I want you to look for little gaps in your routines, little gaps in your schedule, not to fill those gaps, but to be intentional in those gaps. okay? And I'm not talking about gaps, oh, I'm not doing anything. No, I'm talking about gaps like I'm driving to work and I have 5 minutes to myself, or 30 minutes in the car. I'm in the shower and I take 5 minutes on my own and I'm by myself and I'm having to do what I gotta do, but I'm by myself, right? Looking for moments where you're not physically doing anything that's mentally taxing, where mentally you can choose to bridge that connection with spirit without having to physically do something that adds on to your to-do list. Let's say you're cooking, right? A lot of us find peace in cooking. Let's say you're cooking dinner. If that's a moment of peace for you and you feel like you can cook, and if you are already in your headspace thinking about certain things, this would be such a beautiful way to not only connect with yourself and your spirit, but you can ask your ancestors, okay, ancestors, what do you think? What spices do you think I can add today? What do you feel like would be good? Or not just that, if you don't want to connect with your ancestors and you just want to connect overall with nature, with universe, then what I would highly recommend is being intentional with the spices and the herbs that you're using. So for example, I love making rice and beans. Like I could eat rice and beans because I'm Dominican, you know, like whatever. But I could eat rice and beans literally every single day and be happy. I will eat it like I didn't eat it like for the past week. Like I love rice and beans. But with rice and beans, you put salt, which is super protective and super cleansing. We put a little bit of oregano, again, super cleansing, super protective. We put a little bit of vinegar, again, super cleansing. We put a little bit of pepper, that's spiciness, right? So having intentions with herbs and things that you already use, that's not going out of the way, not purchasing anything that is not already in your kitchen, and using that with divine intention. So if you're cooking for your kids, pray over, right? Or your husband, or even yourself, pray over your food, pray over the prep, right? Because I don't know about you, but I like to prep all my stuff, and I like to say, okay, thank you, universe, for allowing me to do this. Thank you, universe, for allowing me to have an abundance of food in the way that I do. I'm going to eat so good, and I hope that every single nutrients, every single fiber of my being enjoys the food that is in front of me, because I am beyond grateful. And I know that this is going to give me the energy, this is going to give me the fulfillment, this is going to make me feel safe and secure, this is going to ground my energy, and this is going to give me the sleep that I need or that I deserve. But praying over the food, and it's something that you can do in your head. Somebody can be talking to you and whatever, and your kids can be running around, the house can be super loud and chaotic, but that's not, we're shutting that out, and we're saying we're being intentional. Praying over the things, praying over your food. You can put your hands over it, or simply just come up with a prayer from your heart. But even with just that overall, the food comes out, oh my god, so much better. Like I had done a lemon square for my wife the other night. I did a little bit of the double lettuce, you know, and I was like, we're feeling great, but I want a snack. So I did a lemon square, and I prayed over every part of the process, and I also was intentional with everything that I used. So instead of using tap water, I used the filter water that I have. Instead of using my sucky butter, like the cheap butter, I used the really good one. And it's not even about cheap or expensive, it's just about the reasoning why I did that. I wanted it to be rich. I wanted it to feel indulgent, right? When you're thinking about dessert, it's indulgent, it's sinful, it's giving opulence, right? It's giving delicious. And what does that look like for you, right? So even pouring that into your food is divine connection. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of salt for some cleansing and some protection, a little bit of rosemary just to protect everybody at my dinner table. And these are things that nobody is ever going to know, but you know, because you were there and you showed up spiritually. Okay, so I want you to find little moments like this where yes, you may be doing something, but mentally, whatever it is that you're doing is not taxing, and you can take a few minutes to talk to yourself, talk to the herbs, talk to your spirit, talk to God, source, universe, and connect in that way, and start there. And you'll find that you'll do it more often. You'll find that you'll start when you're home alone and you're cleaning, you're going to start talking with spirit. You're going to be like, wow, like I need to cleanse all this energy out of my house. Spirit, help me cleanse and remove whatever negative energies or entities that was sent by thought, word, or action, consciously or subconsciously in my house, and help me remove that. And then all of a sudden, as soon as you're done with the prayer, you'll see yourself literally throwing this water down the toilet, or you'll see this water being thrown outside of your front door. right? If that's even possible. But it's these little hints, because again, these intuitive, when we're getting messages, it's little nudges, it's little hints like, maybe you're going to want to do this. Maybe you should do that. And it's usually things that you don't really want to do, because maybe it is an extra step. Maybe it is kind of out of the way or out of your routine. But if you are getting this intuitive hit, you're already divinely connected, okay? So look for those little moments. And I would say start talking with spirit first. Start talking to your team in these moments. And once you've mastered that and you're like, okay, I'm talking, but I don't necessarily feel any different. So let's get into that. I think that may be more shadow work, right? Is it that you don't feel the connection, or is it that the connection you're looking for has a lot of expectations? Right? Does your ego have a lot of expectations about what connection looks like? And if you do have expectations, what is it? And start listing the things that you feel divine connection feels like and looks like. And then I want you to read them out loud. And I want you to really sit with it and see, is this tangible? Is this realistic? Yes, like maybe every once in a while, yes, I've had these moments here and there. But on a day-to-day basis, is this expectation I have of divine connection really tangible? And usually the answer is no, right? A lot of my clients, they have this moment of, oh, it's not that I'm not connecting. It's just the fact that my expectations are way higher than what I can deliver, right? A lot of us want to live a certain life without incorporating our real life. So of course, we love to see the girlies with the vlogs that are cleaning and fixing beds and doing this and doing that. What you don't know is that they spent 5 hours doing a 5-minute job for the editing, the angles, the aesthetics, and that they're getting paid to do this. And then you come home and you're like, wow, my home is not aesthetic. Wow, like, yes, I'm sweeping, but this, me even trying to record this to look cute or aesthetic, it doesn't even look cute or aesthetic. Well, it's not supposed to, right? Like, you have this expectation of you living your everyday normal life with someone who is getting paid and is being sent products and is setting up a camera to perceive their life in one way. Of course, they're going to always be putting up cleaning vlogs because that's what people like. So they are going to incorporate their real cleaning and what that looks like, which on camera, it looks like, oh my God, like how is it that they can cook and clean all at the same time and not get tired or lazy? Well, because they're getting paid for it. Yes, they may enjoy it, and there are people that are very like on top of themselves, but you don't know that inner dialogue. I know the people that clean the most and that have OCD and they like things a certain way, they are the meanest. They are the meanest to their spirit and their energy, because immediately they go to procrastination and laziness and I don't want to spoil myself and I don't want to do this. It's very conditional. So when you are comparing yourself to somebody else's lifestyle without including your own in it, you have to take a step back and say, ooh, I think I'm losing the boundary between what's real and what's not. So when you're thinking about divine connection, think about your lifestyle, realistically what your lifestyle looks like and what that lifestyle looks like when you're happiest. And that's what you're striving for. Because when you're happiest with your routines and you're happiest with what you're doing and you're happiest, even as chaotic as it can be, the kids are running around, things are breaking, but you're happy because you got to spend time on you, if that's what made you happy, or you got to take an extra 2 minutes in the shower without feeling guilty, or for the moms on here, for you to eat first before you feed your kids because your kids had like 3,000 snacks and half ate everything and you didn't eat nothing today. Have a bite or two and not feel guilty for that. Of course you're going to feed them. You're not neglecting them. There's no negligence going on. Make yourself happy, because a happy mom, a happy sister, a happy partner is a happy life, happy relationship, happy household. That is what divine connection truly looks like. And of course, we want to bring spirituality into this. Well, how do we hear spirit? We're not going to hear spirit if our world is numbing us, if our world is making us feel like we can't have a bite to eat before our kids, if our world makes us feel like, oh my gosh, my bathroom is messy. No way a spiritual girly will have a messy bathroom. Those are expectations that we put on ourselves. So part of this connection and this divine healing process is to ask ourselves, what are some behaviors or thought patterns? What are some thought patterns that we have that is holding us back from being the happiest version of ourselves? It's nothing physical. There's no judgment in our house, right, in our space, but it's judgments that we cast on ourselves that is stopping us from being happy, which in turn stopping the divine connection. Does that make sense? I hope that that makes sense. And not just with the routines, but with the others around us, right? With people around us. I want us to get in a habit of, yes, checking in with others, being conscious of our energy, being intentional with our energy, but also saying, you know what they got going on is not my problem. I'm here to support, I'm here to comfort, but I'm not going to put it on my to-do list that I have to make this person feel better. Because all of us also get in that habit as well, where we're like, we take on people's burdens, we take on everything that they got going on because we feel almost responsible for their energy and how they're feeling. And of course, when we're trying to tap into our own emotions, when all we're doing is catering to everyone else, it is going to feel very foreign. It is going to feel very weird. You don't need to be on the plant medicine journey in order to feel connected to herbs, connected to the foods that you eat. You don't need to fast in order to say, oof, I feel God, source, universe in my spirit today. You don't need to have prophetic dreams or need to have any labels to say that you are spiritual. I'm here to remind you that divine connection is whatever it is that you want it to be. For me, divine connection is intentions, being intentional. So I don't care what I'm doing. I could be drinking all weekend, right? Which is like, oh my God, what? I thought you were on this plant medicine journey. No, I'm a human being. I like to have fun once in a while. I have vices and I'm well aware that I have vices. I, in my journey, believe that it's okay to have vices, because if I don't have vices and I don't enjoy life the way I want to enjoy it, what's the point? I didn't come here to be a spirit. I came here to be a human being, right? And I'm laughing because it's like, I'm laughing at myself because I was almost there where I see people on social media like, oh, I don't drink, I don't eat meat, I don't do this, I don't do that. But then behind closed doors with my own eyes, I'm witnessing them drink and eat meat and do these things and not be vegan and not be... And I'm like, wait a minute, but this person I find to be, or these people I find to be super spiritual, super connected. Why do they feel the need to hide or mask this part of themselves? And that's where I come in. And I'm like, I'm not masking nothing. All I'm saying is, yes, I'm aware that this is a vice. I'm not pretending that this is not happening. I'm okay with my lifestyle. I'm okay with how I'm living my life. And I'm okay that right now I want to go out and I want to have fun and I want to get lit. I want to get drunk. Like, I'm okay with that because guess what? I'm being intentional. And I'm saying I'm having a very human moment. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be careless and that I'm just going to be like, I'm going to be wilding out. No, that means, yes, I'm going to go out to drink and I know I want to get lit. So I'm going to do the work that I need to set myself up to have an amazing weekend, which means I am praying over my weekend. I'm praying over the people that I'm vibing with. I'm praying over the bartenders that are serving me my drinks. I'm protecting myself from any energy that tries to intercept. I ask Archangel Michael to remove me from any situations that may cause me harm or danger. Right? If I'm in a place that I'm not supposed to be, I give my spirits and I give God, Source, Universe permission to remove me from this space, even if that ruins my weekend and says, "Oop, party is done early." Well, that's my divine sign. It's time to go home. Intention is everything for me, and intention is divine connection, because those little steps and those little things, while recognizing who you are as a person, who you are as a personality, is what matters. Don't feel like you need to numb that and chuck that and throw that away in order to be you, because I made that mistake. I love that. I'm literally getting goosebumps. I don't know if you could see it, but I'm literally getting goosebumps. If that was not confirmation If that was not confirmation, I don't know what is. I don't know if you guys can see, but I literally have goosebumps. What were we even talking about? I felt like that was such a beautiful cleanse as well as connection. So I say this all to say, being intentional with your journey, okay? Start small, start little, whether that's journaling, whether that's meditating, whether that's talking, and be consistent, okay? Be consistent, and that is my best advice. It doesn't mean that you have to do it every day at this time, no. That means working with your schedule and saying, ooh, today I forgot while I was driving, so I'm going to try again once I try to go to sleep, or I'm going to try again when I shower, or I'll try again tomorrow. It's not giving up on your dreams and your goals to be able to connect in this way. Being intentional, knowing like, hey, I know my schedule is crazy. I know I'm tired, but I have just this much more energy to give, so that way I can bridge this connection. A practice that I do like to use for those of you that do want to feel your spirit guides, I like to close my eyes, take a deep breath, and I like to ask for my guides to step forward, step into the space with me, surround me. And I like to feel where in the room I would see them, where in the room that I feel them. And they may look like little dark figures. They may not look like anything at all, and you just may get feelings. But that is also a really good way to connect with them, or even God's source universe. You ask God, God, fill my space with love, fill my space with your energy. And just wait and be present and see what happens. But even doing little things like that reminds you not only that you are on the right path, but also how spiritual you truly are as your birthright. Spirituality is not an aesthetic. Connecting is not an aesthetic. It is your birthright, right? It is your birthright to be able to connect, and that connection starts within. So the more you tap in with your heart space and saying, I know I have a hard time recognizing my emotions, so I'm going to work on that. How am I going to work on that? I'm going to start being more honest about how I feel to others and to myself. Instead of saying, it's fine, I'll handle that, I'm going to be honest and say, I don't want to do that, but I'll take care of it if that means it'll help you solve your issues for the day, or it'll help whatever, okay? But being intentional with your truth, what that looks like, and not just with others, but with yourself. Okay, and honoring that. Saying to yourself, ooh, if I smoke a little bit of a devil's lettuce right now and I clean my house, I know I will clean it top to bottom in an hour. And I'll also feel good, and I'll also feel like this is fun because I'll put some music on and dance because nobody can tell me otherwise. That's spiritual connection. And reminding that everything that we touch, everything that we do, everything that our energy is intercepting with, is us connecting. Even with you connecting with your family is divine connection, okay? So I hope that this makes sense. I hope that this gave you a better idea of not only how to connect with your team, your ancestors, your spirit guides, but God's source, universe overall. Be intentional with everything that you do, and I promise it'll get a little bit better. Just be consistent, don't give up, and stop having such high expectations of what connection looks like. I hope that this video gave you all of the confirmation and affirmations and all of the love that you were looking for. If there's any videos or any content that you would like to see below from me, definitely comment. Make sure to subscribe, like, all that beautiful jazz. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already. My business is definitely open. So for those of you who are wanting to get oils, I have floor washers now. I have Santa Muerte bundles. I have Archangel Michael bundles. I have Santa Marta bundles. I have a bunch of different things going on, and I'm going to continue to add in with my shop. So I hope that you guys take a look. I'm also offering readings for those of you who are curious, so I hope to see you over there. And lastly, we are doing a full moon ritual February 24th because it's going to be a snow moon, which is such beautiful energy, and the energy is going to be in Virgo. So it's all going to be about not only doing a full moon ritual, but tying in this energy of Virgo, and that helping us manifest our month of February or even our month of March. I absolutely love you guys. I hope to see you over there. It's going to be over here on YouTube. It's going to be YouTube Live. I already have it scheduled. So you definitely can click attending, I believe, or you can share the link, whatever. But 8 p.m. Eastern Time, February 24th, I should see you over here. We're going to be doing a full moon ritual together. I have everything that you're going to need on my Instagram post, and it's free. So I hope to see you guys there. But other than that, I absolutely love you. You're doing an amazing job. And I just want to say it's one day at a time, okay? Release any expectations you have of yourself and start over. Start to the basics. Begin at the basics. Go back to the basics. I hope to see you in the next video, and I love you once again, and I'll see you soon.